No way.
Yep.
It's called
You're
breaking.
kidding me.
Breaking, what they're calling it this year.
Breaking. Dancing.
Is that new, or has that always been there?
It's brand new this year.
Well, now I'm going to start watching the Olympics. That's actually insane.
You're going to queue in at LA time, actually. It would be
Are these people
really
basically... These people basically like up on like a big Just Dance board?
I don't know.
I gotta be honest.
It's not a
I have
board.
no idea.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SportNotes. This is our fourth official episode. Today is July 28th, 2024. I am Chad, your co-host and fellow rookie, and all the way in Boston, we have our three experts, PJ, Zeke, and Peter Blunt. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Chad?
Hey.
We're doing great. Maddie is not here today. She's kind of cooler than all of us, has more pressing matters to attend to, but luckily, I am still here. You three are still here, so we will give you your updates, as always, every week. Zeke, you texted me right before, you told me you had a little story for us to kick us off, just a fun little thing that happened to you.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm really excited to share this with our listeners.
I'm sure they're all excited to hear it, Zeke.
Yeah, so Friday, I work for a company owned by the owner of the Patriots, the New England Patriots in the NFL. And they did an employee friends and a family appreciation day on Friday. Then they brought us onto the actual field that the team plays on at Gillette Stadium.
Okay, got it.
And I got to meet two former Patriots and get pictures with them, autographs, Rob Ninkovich and Danny Amendola. Chad, I feel like you know who Amendola is.
I do. I know that name.
So
Yeah.
got to take pictures, talk with them, told Danny Amendola is my favorite player, had his jersey when he was on the team.
Do you have a man crush on him?
I have a man crush on him. It might have weirded him out a little bit, but hey, I still got the picture. That was sick. And then I got a couple autographs from two of the better players on the Patriots currently. Ramondre Stevenson, congratulated him on signing a contract extension, and then Matthew Judon as well. So it was a great day, just kind of a snapshot of like cool sports moment. Especially as a huge Pats fan, like it was awesome. So thanks, Robert Kraft. Appreciate you hosting this day for me.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah.
You're on a first name basis with him now, Zeke, it sounds like.
Yeah, Bobby and I.
You guys are good pals. You guys go way back.
You better hope he doesn't see this.
Yeah, right.
I really don't think Robert Kraft is watching SportNotes episode 4. I'm going to be honest with you. But
Hey, you never know. He might want his updates.
hey, you never know. You never know.
Never know.
That's pretty cool, Zeke. Glad you had that experience. I'm glad you had that experience and I did not, because I feel like if my office had been like, hey, we have all these Patriots coming in, I probably would have gone up to one and be like, oh, hey, did you just start working here? Like, I would have had no idea who they were, to be honest with you.
I will say, without the pads on, it'd be tough to recognize them like just on the street, because especially Amendola, because he's shorter, he's like kind of a smaller receiver, so
you would recognize him though.
I would, because I got a man crush.
Yeah.
Great.
But actually, Chad, I invited both these gentlemen at the table here. And I sent them the pictures, and they got mad at me for not inviting them. And I said, I did actually. And my good friend Patrick McSally pulled up the receipts, and I did, in fact, invite them. And they ignored the invite. So
They ignored it. So that's really on you guys for not checking your phones.
Yep.
You know, I'm always getting a lot of texts, so I must have missed it.
PJ is very popular, and Peter can't read.
Popular.
So they both have honestly reasonable excuses, I think. Well, that's cool. That's awesome, Zeke. Glad you had that experience. Let's dive in, guys. We are going to start, as always, with our term of the week. And I'm pretty sure this term applies, correct me if I'm wrong, but kind of to a lot of sports in general, not one thing in particular. And Pete, you're going to give it to us this week, so take it away.
I am, and Chad, it is training camp.
Okay, term is training camp. I feel like this one's actually pretty self-explanatory, I'll be honest. I think I can get this right. I don't know if it's a literal camp, but I'm going to guess it's like a program or something that athletes on a team have to partake in, maybe new athletes to a team, like recent recruits or something, recently drafted athletes. They have to partake in this camp or this program to sort of like learn the skills, learn the plays that a team is going to use and that kind of thing. And they call that training camp.
Yeah, pretty much. All the athletes show up for the first time, and they're practicing and getting ready for the season. And, you know, it's like the new team comes together and they're getting ready for that. So, yeah, you pretty much nailed that,
Nice.
Chad.
Nice
Are you guys surprised? Are you guys surprised?
Well, Maddie's not here, so I think
Maddie probably would have gotten it too.
Absolutely.
It's probably most akin to NFL. Like the big thing is NFL training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, because PJ, you mentioned last week, you mentioned something about soccer. You called it soccer preseason. You didn't call it soccer training camp.
Well, NFL has training camp, then preseason,
Yeah.
which is why it's it's kind of broken out. A lot of
Yeah.
sports just have they're intertwined a little more.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, like the MLB, it's called spring training.
Same
The
idea.
umbrella
It's all
term
the
is
same
training
thing.
camp.
Yeah.
it's that.
Mainly an
And-
NFL term.
An NFL training camp is going on right now, correct?
Yes.
That's what you
Yeah, a
guys
lot of the
said.
veterans just reported.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
right.
Zeke went to.
That's what. Yeah, I
Right.
went to the training camp practice on Friday.
Wow. Look at that callback.
There
That's
you go.
great. God, these episodes are so cohesive. Really, really
That's
great.
because we prepare.
We're getting a lot better, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a lot better. A lot of prep. All right, cool. So that's our term of the week, training camp. And I got it right. Look at
You
that.
did.
Maybe my
Congrats.
uncle will start talking to me again. That would be great. I'm not kidding when I say my uncle is pissed at me for not getting a transfer market correct.
Well, in fairness, Chad, your guess was
Horrendous?
a little crazy.
It was pitiful.
Yeah, you know.
When
I
you
went
said
out
it,
on a
I was
limb. I
like,
went out on a limb.
that's
Not even close.
yeah, I was like, that's like could not be further from what it was. But hey, you know what? You tried, and that's
Hey guys,
that-
that's the
counts.
point.
That's
I'm
SportNotes.
learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
That's
why
That's
we're here.
SportNotes. I'm learning.
exactly.
And you know what? You know what? If you're a rookie and you're watching and you had a similar definition as I did to transfer market last week, don't be ashamed. Don't let the haters get you down, okay? There's others like us out there who don't know anything. And that's what we're here for.
And we won't judge you for it.
Amen.
At least not out loud. Quietly, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, Peter, we're going to go back to you as our game guy. You have an Olympic-themed game for us today, which is going to be pretty fun. And it will be called, I think we called it Game or Not. It's going to be similar to the Name or Not we did, where you guys gave us athlete names and we had to say if they were real or not. Now you are going to give us, correct me if I'm wrong, Olympic events that happen at the Olympics, and I have to say if I think it is a real Olympic event or not.
I will give you a potential sport or they're actually all sports. You tell me if you think it's in the Olympics or not.
Okay. All right. So let's play Game or Not Olympics edition. Let's do it.
All right. Number 1, breakdancing.
All right. Definitely not, but I wish it was. That's all I'll say about that one.
It is.
We've got good news for you,
No
Chad.
way.
Yep.
It's called
You're kidding
breaking.
me.
Breaking.
Yep.
What they're calling it this year.
Breaking.
Dancing.
Is that new or has that always
Yep,
been there?
it's brand
Yep.
new this
Yep.
year.
Well, now I'm going to start watching the Olympics. That's actually insane.
You're gonna queue in at LA time. Actually, it would be.
Are these people
really early.
basically? Are
Yeah.
these people basically like up on like a big Just Dance board?
I don't know.
I
if
gotta
it's-
be honest.
it's not a
I have no
board.
idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh
tune
my
in, though.
God.
Yeah.
Wait, that's sick. Okay, that's awesome. Well, I already got it wrong, but I'm glad I did.
All right. Number 2, ribbon twirling.
Actually, I'm gonna say that one's real. I think that one's real. It's with those. It's like a type of dance because my cousin actually used to do that at Harry Potter World and Universal.
Yep. It's, ribbon twirling. It's also known as the official name is rhythmic gymnastics, and it is an
Okay. Yeah, it's actually a lot harder than it looks. My cousins told me. Like she had to practice for hours on end to like get the right flow to it. It's very hard. So
I'm sure. All right. Flag football.
no, I don't think so. We've already got rugby. I don't think they're gonna do flag.
Correct, with one caveat. It's going to be in the 2028 Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's an event.
Oh,
that
so it
they're
will be
adding.
an event.
Yep.
Oh no,
Chad,
kidding.
you know where the 2028 Olympics are being held?
2028.
Yeah.
They're in America, aren't they? The U.S.
Yeah. More specifically.
L.A.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm sure you're
Nice.
going to be so happy to welcome just hundreds of thousands of people.
the traffic is
City.
just going to
Traffic
be worse.
cannot get worse. So I actually don't know what they're gonna do. I might move at that point. How many years? I have 4 years till then.
4 years.
Yeah, I might move.
2028, yeah.
Next one, darts.
Ooh, darts. No, I don't think it is. It should be, but I don't think it is.
Correct. It is not.
Yeah, it should. That should be an event.
That's a bullseye right there, Chad. No pun
Hey,
intended.
thanks, Zeke.
Shut up.
That was horrible.
Oh my
was-
God.
That was
I had to
scripted.
say it. I had to say it.
That was
Horrendous.
awful.
Our
I was
producers,
playing it.
fed that one to Zeke.
That was awful.
Yep.
God, I don't even want to say the next one because I don't know what
That
you're
just
gonna
ruined
say.
my day.
I laughed. I
Oh,
thought it was funny.
Christ, that was so bad. Okay. Chad, this one's actually one that relates to you a lot. Squash.
Oh, thanks. To be clear, I played squash in high school. For those who don't get my reference, or Peter's reference, squash. I should know this. I think that is an event. Is it not?
Event. Nope.
There are. I mean, there obviously is professional squash. So I'm surprised.
Yeah,
that
there's
that's
professional
not-
flag football and darts too.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised it's not an event, but all right.
All right, next one. Lacrosse.
That's not an Olympic event.
Correct.
Wow. Nice
Yeah,
shot.
no, I
There
know
you go.
that. Dude, lacrosse gets so totally screwed on the professional stage. Like, no one plays lacrosse. I don't know
No,
what that is.
it's a big American college sport, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Bowling.
Please tell me that's a yes. I think it is.
It is
No?
not an Olympic
Oh.
event this year. Nope.
How can ping pong be an Olympic event, but bowling's not? That's ridiculous.
But I feel like bowling in the U.S. is a bigger professional league than ping pong.
I mean, I
Wow.
will say the people that play ping pong in the Olympics, they really get involved.
they get
So,
involved, man.
Yeah.
It-
You know what
it's
should be
kinda
an
sick.
Olympic sport soon is pickleball.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
agree with that.
I guarantee it will
Has
be.
to
I
be.
guarantee it will be. Yeah.
That'd be
All right, so
fun.
I'm 4 and
Fun
2.
one.
I'm 4 and 2.
Three.
I
Four
think.
and three. You got bowling
4 and
wrong.
3. Sorry.
Next one is shooting.
Like with guns,
Yep.
Yeah.
like rifle.
That's a gun, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It could be shooting hoops, man. I'm gonna say.
Well, that would be
I'm
called
gonna
basketball, Chad.
I'm gonna say shooting is not a sport.
That is.
Wow, really?
Yep.
They
it
actually
is.
do it with pistols and rifles, I believe.
All right, I got it. So now I'm 4 and 4. How many more do I get?
2.
Oh,
Ooh, this is big.
All right.
Okay,
Cricket.
stressed. Cricket is. That's definitely one.
It's not.
That's not cricket's not in the Olympics. Are you
No,
serious?
it might be one of the biggest sports worldwide. It's not an Olympic sport.
I'm pretty sure that is like what the biggest sport worldwide, other than like
Probably
football, soccer.
No, it is. You're right, Chad. It's like the most popular sport
It's huge.
globally.
Yeah.
How is that
Believe it or
not
not,
in the
soccer.
Olympics?
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually do not know why it's not.
Some of these sports that are making it into this event.
Well, come on, let's
It's probably too long. That's why.
maybe.
That's exactly why. 'Cause
Yeah.
Games can go for 3 days.
Come on,
All right,
let's
Chad.
get you back to even here. Come on.
Last one.
All right,
would be
give me the
5
last
and
one.
5. Judo.
Like, okay, judo. Oh God.
Go with your gut.
Yes.
Correct.
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
Let's go. Let's
It
go.
is.
Nice work.
All right, 5 and 5. Not bad. Not terrible.
Not bad. No, not
Not
bad at
great,
all.
but not bad. And I'm going to watch breakdancing because that's awesome. All right, for sake of time, let's keep moving forward. As per usual, we're going to go to you, Pete, to start off with Pete's Corner. Give us your updates for this week.
All right, so there's not a lot. So there's not a lot of basketball, hockey, football hasn't started yet.
Count down the days to when football starts.
We really are over here. Team USA just smoked Serbia. So Serbia's one of probably the 5 or 6 top teams. Nikola Jokic is on their team. He was the MVP of the NBA. And they beat them 110-84. So
Wow.
they've been struggling recently, but this was a good sign to kick off the Olympics that they smoked Serbia. The leading scorer was Kevin Durant. He had 23 points. The major story here was Jayson Tatum didn't play a single minute of the game.
Huh.
So
Really?
It's a travesty.
Why do you think that is? Jason
So-
Tatum's like one of the best players, arguably.
yeah,
right?
it's very controversial. So there was a lot of speculation that maybe he was hurt or he was sick or something was wrong. According to the coach and Tatum, everything was fine. It was just a coach's decision. He didn't play. So what people are saying is that it's a tournament where wings aren't as prevalent compared to the NBA because there's a lot of guards and then forwards in these countries. So, they didn't have as much space for wings to get playing time. But, I mean, even then, Jayson Tatum should probably be getting a lot of time.
So people don't know why he didn't play, but he wasn't put in. That's really weird.
Yeah, there's not a definitive answer. But, yeah,
Okay.
that's really the major news there. We'll see what happens. They play again on Wednesday. And then they play again, I believe it's the following Saturday. They play South Sudan and Puerto Rico.
Got it. Okay.
and
And,
then in
the
terms of
the women's team hasn't played yet, correct?
No, they play tomorrow.
They play
which
tomorrow,
is Monday, July 29th.
Okay.
And we'll see what that entails. They should win the game. But I'll have updates next episode on the women's team performance this week. They'll probably play Monday, Thursday, Sunday. So we'll probably know
Right.
if they won their group or not by the next episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, those
Cool.
are the basketball updates.
Great. All right. Well, give us your blunt take for this week then.
Oh, God.
right.
Here we go.
Oh, jeez. You know when Peter leans forward in his seat, you know it's going to be bad.
Well, I do every blunt take, so they must all be bad then.
Well, let's hear your take, Pete.
All right, there's a lot of kickback on my last blunt take about, and it wasn't about Brady and LeBron, which, by the way, is non-negotiable. But I got a lot of kickback about LeBron and Jordan, which is surprising because if you watch the media and the national sports media, it's usually pretty heavily Jordan.
Yeah.
But I got a couple people that really dug into me and were pushing against this thing. And like, let me drop some stats on you and let me show.
Oh my
The
God.
LeBroners are crazy. I mean, they have it ready because they know they're wrong, so they need to just have their facts and stuff behind them. Yeah, so, I mean, my blunt take is going to be this might be the greatest USA team of all time, and LeBron is the team leader. I mean, he held the flag in the Paris opening ceremony.
It's like George Washington going across the Delaware.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this is LeBron is the face of the Team USA of the Olympics.
Right.
If he does not win gold, argument over, done, no more comments. You're putting him on the front stage. He's your guy. He's representing your country. It should be the most dominant performance you have. If you don't perform, argument over. The LeBroners can honestly just unfollow. I don't even care. You're done. Canceled. You're wrong. If he wins, you're still probably wrong, but that's a different discussion. And anybody who doesn't watch sports, LeBron Jordan is a very common argument. Usually there's more Jordaners because that's the correct side of things. So this is something to watch. Does LeBron carry the team to gold or not?
So that's Peter's blunt take for the week. If you agree, let us know. If you don't agree, definitely let us know. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot more of those. Great segment, Pete. We'll end on that high. And we will go over to you, Zeke, in Zeke's Lounge. Give us your updates from the baseball world.
So it actually has been a pretty active week in Major League Baseball. So a couple of things to cover here. We actually had some history that was made this past week on Thursday.
Whoa.
Dylan Cease on the San Diego Padres threw a no-hitter against the Washington Nationals. Do you know what a no-hitter is, Chad? It could be self-explanatory, but I'm curious.
I'm going to assume it's self-explanatory, which is why I didn't ask, but we might as well explain it.
Yeah, so basically in a normal baseball game, 9 innings, there's 27 outs, right? 3 outs per inning. So Dylan Cease recorded all 27 outs without giving up a hit.
He's the pitcher, right?
He's the pitcher, correct. Yep.
And no one got a hit, yeah.
Yeah. So huge deal. It took him 114 pitches in total, which is a pretty high pitch count. It's not, typically when pitchers go to get around 100 pitches, they get taken out of the game. So he threw a lot of pitches.
Man.
It was the first one of his career, so pretty big deal. Wow. He's been close before. It's the second career no-hitter in the Padres history, so of the organization. So, and it's also the second of the season. The first one was thrown within the first week of when baseball first kicked off, so back in late March, early April, and that was actually Chad. Thrown by a pitcher on the Houston Astros as well. So kudos to your Golnick Bull team.
Let's go Stros.
Yep.
Let's go Stros.
Major feat. It's very incredibly hard to do.
What do you think's harder, throwing a no-hitter or hitting a cycle?
I would say throwing a no-hitter.
Hands down.
Wow.
Yeah, throwing a no-hitter.
It's tight, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both incredible feats. I'm a pitcher in baseball, so I would probably lean towards no-hitter, but you could go out. Peter's mainly a hitter, so he'll probably...
I don't think I'd ever want to watch Peter pitch. No offense.
Might be better than Zeke.
He'd be better than me, I'll tell you that much.
So, moving on from that, we actually have the trade deadline in baseball coming up next week on Tuesday, July 30th. So, as we approach the trade deadline, a lot of transactions are going to be made. Teams that, are in playoff contention are going to try and get better players. We call them buyers at the deadline. And then teams that suck, like they're way out of playoff contention, no shot at making it, we call them sellers. So they'll get rid of their good players and get back like prospects, guys who aren't in the major leagues yet but are supposed to be good and will eventually get there,
up and coming.
Yep. So I've just kind of listed off some teams that you kind of want to keep your eye on who are probably going to make trades coming up. So that is the New York Yankees.
Suck.
Okay. The Seattle Mariners, the San Diego Padres, Chad, your hometown team, Los Angeles Dodgers, the Boston Red Sox. And I will say both of the teams in the Golnick Bowl, the Diamondbacks and the Astros, they are potential buyers at the deadline.
Ooh.
And actually, Maddie's team, the Diamondbacks, did trade for a very good reliever a couple of days ago to bolster their bullpen. So
Wait, so they can wait, I wasn't even processing it, but I just they do this mid-season?
Yeah, you can trade mid-season. Yep, and you can trade prospects.
So you're telling me if I'm a baseball player, I could be playing for like the Astros for half a season and then randomly just have to uproot and go to like the Diamondbacks for the second half of a season?
Absolutely. Yeah.
A player
That's
got
ridiculous.
traded in the middle of a game today, Chad.
Yeah.
So he was told in the dugout
What?
that he was traded, and he said goodbye to his teammates and
Yeah, that
walked
happens.
out.
Wait, this is ridiculous.
Which player was that?
How are you supposed to be?
the guy
How
that
do you?
went to
How are you
the,
supposed to be like
Christopher Morel.
motivated to
Yeah.
do well for your team? If you're like, well, we could like get really close to
Well,
making it to
I
the
mean,
World
think about
Series,
it
but then I'm
like-
just gonna get kicked.
Guys that are being traded
Where's his name?
are mostly on bad teams, so they don't have a shot at
Yeah.
making the playoffs and winning.
Oh,
So
they're happy about it.
9 times out of 10, they get traded to a contender or a team that's likely going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, uprooting the family, yeah, that's one thing that's hard. But so that's been happening. Teams that you're going to want to look for that will be trading a lot of players. That is the Chicago White Sox, worst team in Major League Baseball. The Tampa Bay Rays, the Detroit Tigers, the Miami Marlins, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Oakland Athletics. Those are kind of going to be the big names that pop up when people are talking about trades in the MLB, most likely. Let me give you just a couple names here. Garrett Crochet, he's a pitcher on the Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
Tariq Skubal and Jack Flaherty, they're both pitchers on the Detroit Tigers. Tariq Skubal's arguably one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball right now. Luis Robert, he's on the Chicago White Sox. Jazz Chisholm, great, phenomenal player on the Miami Marlins. He was just traded.
He's terrible.
He was traded to the
terrible.
New York Yankees yesterday, actually.
We're gonna need to
Yeah.
call in Ross to the next episode,
Yep.
our resident Miami Marlins fan, and
Great.
just have him.
He has like one of the
Rip on
highest
Jazz
strikeout
Chisholm.
rates.
Great addition
in
to the
MLB,
team.
He's
Chad.
really he has all the potential in the world,
Filled
but
a
he
hole.
can't hit a baseball.
And then Randy Arozarena, one of my favorite players in the MLB outside the Yankees. He got traded to the Seattle Mariners a couple days ago. Those are the names to keep on the lookout. That's coming up on Tuesday. So remember those names, remember those teams. I'm sure that's going to be coming up in conversation at the office with sports friends. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
All right, cool updates. Good stuff to know, Zeke. We're going to skip Golnick Bowl updates for this week because Maddie's not here, but we'll tune in next week on that. And PJ, lastly, we'll go to you for your segment, and you're going to give us some soccer stuff from the Olympics. Go for it.
So Olympics this week. So we have a couple of things. The United States men's team, they actually beat New Zealand 4-1 on Saturday. So they're in really good shape now to move on. They really just have to get a result against Guinea, and I think that they're going to be able to do that. And then the U.S. women's national team, they played against Germany today, and they also beat them 4-1. So
Nice.
It's looking like they are going to win their group, which we'll get to that at Paul's call. But right now, if they do win the group, they're going to play against either Japan or Brazil, which is kind of a tough draw to play against a second-place team of that caliber. Super exciting. I mean, I'm thinking that the U.S. women's national team could go all the way this year. I think get the gold. They're a great team, and I'm excited to see where they go from here.
Hey, could you clarify what "go all the way" means for our listeners?
He said get the gold.
Get the gold. Get the gold medal.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying. Just
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
make sure.
sure,
Glad
of
to see
course.
you're paying attention, mate.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, and so moving on from that, we had some other, I guess, issues during the Olympics this year. So the first soccer game that was played was Argentina versus Morocco. And in the 106th minute, so there were 16 minutes of extra time, Argentina scored to tie the game 2-2.
Okay.
And then what they decided to do is, because fans were throwing things on the field and everything, they stopped the game. So they made all the players go back to the locker room and everything like that. So they came off the field, all the fans were kicked out of the stadium, and then 2 hours later, they restarted the game.
What?
But when they restarted the game, they checked the goal that Argentina scored through the video assistant referee.
Term of the week.
which was a
Term of the week a couple weeks ago, yeah.
And they deemed that it was offside. So the goal got called back 2 hours after it was scored. So Argentina is now losing 2-1. Morocco held on. They won the game 2-1. So
men's or women's? Sorry, I don't know.
This is the men's teams.
Okay.
So they this was a huge controversy for anyone associated with the Argentinian national team. But look, the guy was offside. It got called back, and that it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. Argentina did win today, though. So,
okay.
They're probably still going to move on. But that was kind of crazy. Moving to our good friends in the north here, the Canadian national team was caught spying. Their women's team was caught spying on New Zealand using a drone.
Okay.
At the beginning of the Olympics. So it was their first match, and the French police were actually called by the New Zealand team.
What?
And they said there's a...
What do you mean spying? Like they're sending drones into like the locker rooms? And
No,
stuff? Like,
so they were sorry, I should clarify. They were practicing, and there was a drone filming their practice from above. And
God.
So the French authorities got involved and were like, "Oh, that's really messed up." And it got traced back to an analyst who had been controlling the drone or something, and it was a disaster. So Canada got docked 6 points, so they're now at -3 points in the tournament right now.
So they are not getting through.
Yeah. So they lost those 6 points. They're at -3, and they also had 3 coaches pretty much suspended, and they can't coach.
Oh my God.
2 people got banned for almost a year or something like that.
Canada, man, that's hard.
It's
I didn't
now
think Canada had it in them, honestly.
Well, it's now a huge controversy because apparently this was it was a thing that happened in Canada soccer's like culture, and it was just a systematic thing. So
They do it all the time?
Yeah, they used to do it all the time.
Is that,
So it
is that
goes
why they-
back to
That's actually-
inconclusive
okay,
at
this
this
makes
time.
a lot more sense. This isn't Canada like trying
yeah.
to be malicious or do something sneaky. They just are like, oh, this is something we've always done. Like, let's go get the footage, and like not realizing that like it's been 20 years of that being illegal.
Apparently, back in 2019, the United States and Canada were going to play a match, and the Canadians were filming with the drone. And these are the men's teams.
Wow.
And the U.S. absolutely shellacked the Canadians 4-1. Just killed them.
So it doesn't even work sometimes.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Doesn't
even work.
They still suck.
But yeah,
They're
it's
good at hockey, and that's about it.
Maple syrup.
maple syrup.
Oh, they're great at maple syrup.
Yeah.
You're right.
So yeah, huge controversy
They're
there.
actually pretty good at baseball. I will give them that.
Sure.
They have a couple of good players.
They're a big step down from like the top dogs, but they're all right at that.
Yeah.
And they're good at like some of the winter sports like curling and skiing and whatnot.
Wow, a lot of scandals
yeah.
going on in the Olympic soccer world. Pretty
Yeah,
exciting.
it's been a tough one, but that's all I got
Cool.
today.
Great. Give us your Paul's Call update for the week, PJ. And I understand that your update did hit this week, so someone's winning a gift card.
It did. And the winner of the gift card this week is Molly Codian. So congratulations to her.
Faithful follower.
What?
A faithful follower.
Yeah, faithful follower of
I thought
the
you
pod.
said a Facebook follower.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, what?
I'm like, do we have a Facebook?
Yeah, Z created it.
I do a lot for this podcast.
Did you create
Well,
a Facebook?
I mean, a lot of moms
I was
don't know
gonna
much
say,
about
that's why there's no
sports, so they are
followers.
really our target audience.
My new Paul's Call this week is going to be kind of a lock. I'm actually going to say that the United States women's national team, they're going to win their group. After beating Germany, it's pretty much a lock. So someone's going to get a free...
Can I put my
That's like
name
shooting
into the
fish in a
gift card
barrel.
running for this week? Because that's a lock.
It's a lock. It is.
PJ just wants people to feel good, man. He
Yeah, I
wants
just want
to
people
If
to
hand
you
get
out-
call
coffee.
my name out of the subscriber and follow, you can treat Zeke and I to a nice breakfast.
No, a breakfast. That's going to be like
That's
20
a
bucks.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, for people who don't know, just in case you're new, basically every week PJ's making a Paul's Call. He's going to make a prediction for this coming week. If it comes true, then randomly selected one of our subscribers and followers wins a $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. So if you're not already, follow and subscribe, because it sounds like this one's definitely going to hit. The women's national soccer team is going to get out of their group, most likely. And so someone will win.
They're gonna win their group. They're gonna come in first.
You can come in second and get out of your group.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, man.
in the Olympics.
Hey, I'm learning. Yeah.
You are.
All right, cool. So
yeah.
that's it for this week. And then before we come to an end here, we are going to do one more sort of special segment, which is actually on the Olympics. And this is just in case there was anything we missed in your normal segments. Any other major events, updates that are going on, you guys are going to report on them now. So take it away.
Olympic ceremonies kicked off on Friday. By the way, probably the worst opening ceremonies I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hot take.
It
Okay.
was terrible.
Maybe not that hot.
I heard people had a lot of like kind of controversial, not controversial, but just like opinions on the opening ceremony. I have not watched it yet. I've been meaning to.
Well, LeBron
seen
James
clips
held the
of it.
flag, so.
No, I mean, Chad, for context, like they raised the Olympic flag, you know, like the rings that are connected, upside down.
Wait, what?
Oh, are you
They
serious?
raised it upside down, yeah.
Do you think that was an accident or like a statement?
It was an accident. They said it was an
jeez.
accident. It was insane.
God.
It was pissing down rain. Like I had no idea. Like the
that's
music
really bad. I didn't
performances
realize
sucked.
that.
It was awful. Like
I saw a
some
clip
freaking-
of like I think it was supposed to be like Marie Antoinette's head.
Yeah,
like,
there was
singing
someone holding
opera.
a head singing. Like
It sounds
it was
isn't it a lot of like French culture and like I mean I
yeah, but I had no idea. It had nothing.
Well, to be fair, again, and I don't know. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about, but a lot of opinions I have seen have been people saying, "Well, this is a lot of like French culture, French history, so a lot of American audiences who are shitting on it don't really get it," which is like fair, but
yeah,
I
but like
also
We've gotten most
you couldn't.
entertainment's
cultures
entertainment.
before.
But even
Yeah.
just like when you were watching on NBC, like the audio wasn't lined up with what they were saying. So they were singing and like the audio was lagging.
Well,
it was
that's
awful.
an NBC.
That's an NBC
and like
problem.
it just
yeah.
you,
That's NBC.
You couldn't even tell anyone was there because like they were performing it on the river that all the French people took a dump in because you couldn't even tell if people were watching. It was ridiculous. It wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
Well, if you haven't seen it, go watch the opening ceremony from 2024 Paris. And form your own opinions on it. See if you agree with Zeke. But speaking of Zeke calling it in his opinion, the worst opening ceremony of all time, we're gonna play a quick game. We're actually gonna do our first ever blind ranking on SportNotes Pod, and we are going to be blind ranking Olympic opening ceremonies, all time, Winter or Summer Olympics. So the way this is gonna work, I have picked 5 Olympic ceremonies from different countries, different years. And I'm going to give them to you one at a time. And after I say it, you have to rank it 1 to 5. And without knowing the other ones I'm going to say. And we'll see how all of your answers line up. So first one up, we have the Sydney opening ceremony from the year 2000. All right. You guys all got your ranking? 1 to
Yeah.
5?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
5. Wow.
Whoa! You kidding me? You all ranked
We're
it 5?
aligned here.
Blind, yeah. I was 2 years old.
No idea.
I've seen a couple highlights of it. I don't know.
I haven't heard much about it.
It's not one that I've heard a lot about. It could be great. I don't know,
Yeah.
but just personal opinion, I think there's probably a lot more that are better.
Yeah.
Fair
100%.
enough. All right. So Sydney 2000 is getting ranked 5 by all 3 without hesitation. Brutal. All right, let's go for the next one. So next up, we have Torino from 2006. You guys all have your answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
4.
3.
Oh, PJ was 3.
Interesting.
Okay.
3.
They had a
PJ's
Ferrari and it was
3.
cool.
You like
Yeah,
the
I don't
Ferrari?
know.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
like,
the Ferrari was cool.
I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of cool Winter Olympic like venues and stuff, so I don't know. I haven't heard about that one, so I'm going to go 4.
I'm also Italian, so I'm kind of
well,
fair
yeah.
enough.
Okay, so you're biased. Yeah.
And Zeke, you also ranked it 4th.
Yeah. Again, I haven't heard much about it. I saw some highlights, but it didn't really knock my block off. So
Didn't
really resonate with you?
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the summer ones I feel like are normally cooler because it's nice out. You can go outside.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you can go
I'd
in
say
your
that's
big
probably
venues. The winter ones usually have to be indoors and they're in snowy environments. So I like the summer ones more, and I haven't heard of this winter
Yeah.
one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Next up, we have London 2012. You guys have your answers?
I need a second. I'm thinking.
And to be clear, PJ, you have positions 1, 2, and 4 left, and Zeke and Peter, you only have 1, 2, 3 left.
Oh god.
I have mine.
This actually makes this is very hard. I have mine too.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
1.
2.
Did you guys both say one?
I
I
said
said
one.
2.
I wanted
Okay.
to do one.
I was holding out hope for another one, but I don't think Chad's gonna pick it. So
Yeah. I'm holding out hope, but I did like London. They had a video game for London that I played all the time. That's probably the Olympics I watched the most. I saw the opening ceremony.
Yeah, they had Mr. Bean conducting an orchestra.
Yeah,
Rowan Atkinson.
I've
when they
heard
had
the
John
London
Williams
one is
too.
the best. Like a lot of people rank
It was
London one
hilarious.
was good.
Oh, they had Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, they played like Bohemian Rhapsody, London Calling, like all these famous
Yeah.
London rock bands. They played all their music. Like Mr. Bean conducting. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We have two more for you guys. So our fourth option is going to be Beijing 2008.
Oh,
Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1.
1.
3.
PJ put it 1.
I put it 1.
Peter and Zeke, you guys both went 3.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
couldn't put it 4. It was very good.
Yeah, no, you were smart.
Yeah.
I'm holding out hope for 1.
Peter,
it
you
was
still
good.
have your number 1 slot.
Oh,
All right.
I'm going all in on my 1.
I think it like this is they spent the most ever on an Olympic ceremony. For
Yeah, they
Beijing,
did.
Yeah,
right?
and
Beijing,
that was a like I remember the ceremony. It was like very colorful, and then you had that was the Phelps year, and that was like that's back when I watched the Olympics probably the most.
It was in that cool stadium they called the Bird's Nest,
Yeah, it was
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they apparently it was like the record beater for the most number of fireworks, I think, or something.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah, something like
You know
that.
what? You know
Don't
what the
quote
thing
me on
about
that,
that one
but it
was
was-
though?
yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 hours.
It was a
it was
long
long.
one. It was
Oh,
very
right,
long.
like a 4-hour long ceremony. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we got one more. It's gonna be PJ. It's gonna be your 4th. Zeke. It's gonna be your 2nd.
Yep.
And Peter, it's going to be your number 1.
Oh,
I
damn.
hope it's the one I want.
The final selection is going to be Athens 2004.
I love my rankings.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
You're happy with it? All right.
Yeah.
So let's everyone go around, give your final ranking. So PJ, what was your final result?
All right, my final rankings were Beijing 2008 number 1, London 2012 number 2. I had Torino 2006 number 3. Then I had Athens number 4, and then I had Sydney number 5.
Okay.
I had London 1, Athens 2, Beijing 3, Torino 4, Sydney 5.
Okay. And Pete, Athens 1 for Big B.
Mine worked out. I was kind of hoping that I got a
Didn't work out.
What?
That was terrible.
You can make
Athens
the
at 1.
argument because like the first ever modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, so yeah, there's history behind it.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely. That's not the one I was holding out for though.
Was it
What
Salt
are you
Lake
holding
City?
out for?
I wanted USA over Britain because all day, every day, we're better than Britain. But
Yeah.
um,
You wanted Salt Lake City, or what was the other big? LA was a pretty big.
Yeah.
one.
we had
LA
Atlanta,
was
LA,
good.
Salt Lake City. Any of the three
Yeah.
just wanted to be above Britain, but it's okay. Athens, birthplace. That was probably my number 2. So, but it's my 1 in this one. So Athens,
Yep.
London,
Yeah, it's
Beijing 3,
Beijing.
Torino 4,
City 5.
Sydney definitely 5, 100%.
Right.
Probably shouldn't be on the list.
That's your blind rankings. Let us know whose you agree with the most, or maybe you think they all suck. You know, let us know. We'll
That
do
too.
a little poll. You can tell us which one you like the most.
Where's Paris on your guys' list? Quickly.
Yeah, where would you put this year's?
Oh, actually, that's hard though because Sydney was bad. Yeah, no, I'll put it 6.
To quote Moneyball, there's 50 feet of crap and then Paris below
Yeah.
the list.
I'm 6. It was piss poor. It was
Wow,
awful.
it's below all of these.
Especially
all right.
watching LeBron James to carry out the flag.
Brutal. All right, well, that's opening ceremony. All right, so Zeke, give us a couple other just quick pointers on what else happened this past week in the Olympics that we should know about.
Yeah, so quickly, Katie Ledecky, one of the best swimmers of the U.S. all time. She won the bronze medal in the 400-meter freestyle event. So that's the front
Awesome.
crawl for those who don't know
Yep.
what freestyle is.
Wait, can you show us again quickly?
Yeah,
Front
I
crawl.
doggy paddle.
The U.S. men's team won the 4x100-meter relay for men's freestyle, so they won the gold medal. Pretty big deal.
Wow.
Caleb Dressel won another gold medal, so he's got 6, I think, now in total.
Oh my God.
If you include Tokyo. France won the men's rugby sevens gold medal, so the host nation won, which is a big deal. They were weird. They started the games before the opening ceremony, so they just recently won. Coco Gauff, one of the best tennis player currently in the United States for probably men's and women's. She won her opening match, so keep an eye on her as the tournament progresses. And then Rafael Nadal, one of the best tennis players of all time, is playing doubles with Carlos Alcaraz, probably the best tennis player right now.
Yep.
Both from
Won Wimbledon. Yep.
both from Spain. They won their opening doubles match. So again, keep an eye on them.
Nice.
And you heard about soccer and basketball earlier, but just
Right,
quick
in the other
recap.
segment.
Yeah.
Basketball won their first game today. They play on Wednesday and Saturday again for men's, and then the women's play tomorrow on Monday.
And then on Tuesday, the men's play, and on Wednesday, the women's play. So
Yeah.
In soccer.
yeah,
Yep. And then the rest of the week, as next week progresses, I
Yeah.
think some events that you're going to want to look out for here are women's gymnastics. They just had qualifiers, so the championships for each gymnastics event are going to be occurring all next week. So keep an eye on Simone Biles, probably the most famous women's gymnast right now, and then Suni Lee, who's right up there with Simone Biles. So two of the big U.S. names. Caleb Dressel and Katie Ledecky are going to continue swimming this all next week in other events, so keep an eye out for them. And yeah, so that's something you should just look out for.
Awesome. Very exciting. Well, and that's pretty much it for today, guys. Good stuff all around. Keep watching the Olympics. That's really the main thing going on. And it's exciting because, right, typically we're deep in, as you guys say, the dog days of summer.
Yeah.
But this year, we got the Summer Olympics. So there is stuff going on. We'll be reporting on the Olympics every week as it goes on. And so tune into SportNotes. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube. And every week, get the bare bones bullet point updates on all things you should know about in sports. Anything else from you guys in Boston?
Nope.
None from me.
Go Red
That's
Sox.
about it. I'm about to go
Amen.
watch breakdancing in the Olympics because that's
There
awesome.
you go.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.